What's up guys, will.i.am here, and man, this feels weird. It's been a long time since you've last seen my face in a video, but yeah, the reason why I'm filming like this, you know, with the front camera, doing all vlog style, is because, well, you can tell by the title, it's my birthday today. Yep, it's that time of the year again, October 7th, my 21st this year. Yeah, it's a pretty big birthday to say the least, and you know, every year I like to do a video to celebrate, you know, basically just like tell you guys what my plans are for my birthday, and of course at the very end show you guys all the presents I get, which will be like the main part of the video pretty much, and the part that I like doing the most, you know, just showing you guys my presents. Currently around 11:30. My mum's actually going to pick up my cake right now because we actually got another custom made cake this year. If you guys remember, for my 18th, which was back during COVID, I had a custom made PlayStation 2 cake made for me. It was like the fat model PS2, and had a controller and had a block on top of it with an icing print of the Priska free cover, which looked pretty fucking sick. And this year I'm getting something similar made, but instead of a PS2, it's an Xbox 360, my second favourite console. I figured, considering I've already had my favourite console, my PS2, done as a birthday cake for me, why not have my second favourite console? So yeah, so I'm getting an Xbox 60 cake, plus on top of it, instead of Priska 3, it's going to be Tony Hawk's American Wasteland, which isn't necessarily my favourite Xbox 60 game, but it's my favourite Tony Hawk on the 360. And in terms of what I have planned for today, well, it's more than what I usually do, because usually for my birthday each year, I kind of just don't bother doing anything. The last time I actually had a birthday party was like for my 11th or 12th, like a long ass time ago. I actually had like a proper birthday party, invited like all my friends around and stuff. We are going to do something with my family tonight. We're planning on going ice skating and bowling right after, and then we're going to have like a big massive McDonald's to end the day off. Originally, I really wanted to see Busted live, because, you know, Busted are currently on their 20th anniversary tour, and oh my god, that would have been so sick. You know, Busted's one of my favorite fucking groups of all time, and I really wanted to see them live. You know, we were going to go to London and see him live, like the O2 Arena or something, and it's a shame that we can't do that, just mainly just like travel issues and just like, you know, it being like really expensive generally. So because of that, we had to thought of like a plan B, so instead we're having to do ice skating and bowling, which will still be pretty fun, but it's not as good as seeing Busted, you know. Like, I've never actually been to a proper concert before in my life, and I was really hoping that this year was going to be the year where that changes. You know, I was going to see one of my favorite fucking music groups live on stage. I would have like lost my mind, honestly, like seeing like, you know, Matt Willis, Charlie Simpson, James Bourne, the three members of Busted, right there on the stage, like right there in the flesh, would have been just fucking insane, because I absolutely love Busted. You know, I have every single one of their albums on CD, you know, and it's just a shame I was unable to see them this year. Who knows, maybe next time when they might tour in 3 years time or something, because they usually take like 3-year breaks between album releases. But yeah, so that's what I have planned for today. I don't think I'm gonna vlog the part where I go ice skating or bowling. I might do, or I might get like my mum or something to like film me or something. I'm not entirely sure, but yeah, but this video is going to be quite different to what I usually do. So if you've seen these kind of birthday videos before, like I said, I do them every single year, you know what to expect. But if you're new here, then yeah, there's something different for the channel. Something I don't usually do, only once a year. But anyway, with all that being said, I'll see you guys in a little bit when I show you all of my birthday presents. Man, it's been a long time since I last filmed a video like this, you know. Only OGs will remember when I used to have this backdrop on my shelf in some of my videos back in the day. But anyway, so that was part of the video where I finally show you guys what presents I got. Before I show you the presents, I just want to quickly say, you know, just talk about like, you know, how the experience with bowling, ice skating went. It was pretty good all around. I mean, ice skating was a bit of a letdown, because they actually, we went there and it turns out that like they actually didn't have any ice skates left. They'd all been like taken up. So the rest of my family couldn't like go and ice skate with me. Luckily, I already had my own pair of ice skates, you know, like my parents already brought me a pair like years ago. So I just brought those with me, and because I was the only one with my own skates, I was the only one I was actually like, you know, able to skate. So that was a bit of a bummer, but it was still a lot of fun. And afterwards we went bowling, which is just only like a minute away from the ice skating rink, so you know, we didn't have to go far for it. And yeah, and that was a lot of fun as well. But anyway, so now it's time for the main part of this video, the main part of every birthday video I do every single year, and that is to go over what I got for my birthday this year. I got a lot of really cool stuff, a lot of surprising things in here as well. So yeah, let's just get straight on with it, I guess. You know, I put everything in this little bag here off screen, but yeah, there's not too much stuff here, but what I have got is really damn cool, so, and I can't wait to show you guys. So let's start things off with it's in no particular order. Let's start things off with something I did put down on my birthday list, because, you know, I gave my mum a list of some stuff I wanted beforehand, so she would have known exactly what to get me. And this was definitely on my list, and that is a free McBoot memory card for the PS2. Now, some of you probably already know what this is, but basically, this isn't just an ordinary PS2 memory card. This is a memory card that actually has some specialized software on it that lets you do all kinds of stuff. You know, it's basically like a soft mod tool for your PS2. You just pop in the memory card slot, and basically tells you some of the things it does, like right on the back. You know, it allows you to like load like different like say PS2 ISOs if you have like a burnt disc, or if you have ISOs already on a USB stick, you can load them from there. And you can also like load up different emulators and stuff. Like you can have a Mega Drive / Genesis or Super Nintendo or PS1 emulator and stuff right there on your PS2. And yeah, and the main reason why I wanted this was because, now honestly, I should have looked into this first before putting this on my birthday list, but I mainly wanted this because I was hoping this would allow me to finally play my import PS2 games. Because in case you forgot, I actually own 2 Japanese PS2 games. I have Cool Borders Code Alien, which was a Japanese only game, and I have the Japanese copy of Samurai Warriors. And I was hoping with this device that I was finally going to be able to actually play those games on my European PS2. But as it turns out, and again, I really, it was kind of my fault, honestly. I didn't really look too in depth into, you know, if this thing had region 3 capabilities or not. It does, but from what I can tell, it only works with games that you have either burnt to a DVD or on a USB stick. As far as I'm aware, it doesn't actually play retail PS2 games from other regions, but it will play them if you have them, say, from a USB loader or something. But so yeah, so that fucking sucks. I tested it out a little bit last night, and I tried loading up my Japanese copy of Samurai Warriors just to see what would happen, and yeah, it didn't work, which was a shame. But yeah, it'll be interesting to like I say, play with it a little bit and see what kind of stuff it can do. There's a manual for it, and the actual memory card is right there. It's a 64 megabyte one, and yeah, pretty neat device. Like I said, I really should have looked into it more before actually putting it on my birthday list, because I've known about this thing for a really long time. You know, like I'm quite aware of a lot of like the soft mod stuff that you can do for the PS2. It's also important to note as well, in case you're wondering, where if you do get one of these, whatever you do, there's a warning on the bottom of it that tells you, but whatever you do, don't use this as an actual PS2 memory card. So if you're playing like retail games, don't save data to this one, because it could potentially like fuck it up. Like it could corrupt your save files or something. It could mess it up. So whatever you do, don't use this as a regular like memory card, you know, for saving games. So just a heads up, thinking of getting one of these. Be cool to see what else it could do, but yeah, still looking for a way to play import games on my PS2. You know, I tried, like, I got the Swap Magic discs for Christmas a few years back. I was hoping that would work, but that did nothing. So I'm still looking for ways. If you guys know of any ways to play actual proper retail import games on a proper PS2 without having to do, you know, without like doing any hardware mods or anything, let me know if that's even possible. But yeah, still pretty cool to have. And yeah, like I said, I'll tinker with it some more sometime in the future, and just see what else I could do. Maybe try and run some emulators on it or something. But yeah, so that was the first present. And this next one might be a bit of a surprise to some of you. Some of you probably don't even realize that I even played this game or have played this game, or well, it's not an actual game itself. It's a plushie based on something from the game. Some of you may already know what this is and what game it's from. This is a Baron Bunny, a plushie of Baron Bunny from Genshin Impact. Yes, I have played Genshin Impact before. I have on my PS4, and actually an online friend of mine was what got me into it. It was actually like her favorite game, like we were talking about it, and she was the one who actually like convinced me to actually try it out for myself. And you know, at first I didn't think it was the type of game I'd actually even be into, because I've known about the game pretty much since it came out. I know that's kind of similar to like Breath of the Wild and stuff, but yeah, I didn't think I would actually be into it, but surprisingly I actually ended up really enjoying it. You know, I mean, it's a free-to-play game. You know, the updates for it are fucking massive. I must say, the updates are humongous for the game, but yeah, I haven't played it in several months now, but it's a lot of fun. And yeah, and this is a plushie from the game. If you've actually played Genshin Impact, you would know the character Amber. This is like her doll in the game, and she uses like a weapon. You know, she uses this to like distract enemies and stuff. Like she does like a cute little dance. She explodes and kills nearby enemies. So yeah, and I think she's just like really, really cute, honestly. So yeah, I really should go back and play Genshin Impact again, because I haven't touched it since like April now, I think. But yeah, I did really enjoy it. And yeah, because it's weird, because usually I don't play like any sort of like anime type games or anything like that. I mean, I know it's obviously not based on anime, but you know, like that's sort of games, like anime sort of art styles and stuff. I don't really play games like that, but Genshin Impact was a lot of fun. And yeah, and my sister got me this actually. And I completely forgot I actually put it on my birthday list. I just think it's a really cute plush, and yeah, something really cool to have. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know if it's an official plush or not, or it's like a custom made one. I'm not entirely sure. It has no tag on it, so I can't like verify. It's quite like filthy. It's got like bits of hair coming out of it and stuff, or some of the threading has come off. But yeah, I really like it a lot. Next up we have again, this is in no order. Next we have something that I could have gotten when it first came out, but I decided to hold off on it because, you know, it was only like 3 weeks before my birthday or whatever when it came out. And I decided, you know, because I got the other version of this, that I would just wait till my birthday to get this one. But it is Busted's Greatest Hits 2.0 album, the Guest Features Edition on CD. Busted's brand new album, you know, like I mentioned earlier in the video, you know, Busted are one of my favorite music groups of all time. You know, like I grew up listening to Busted, obviously not back in the day, because I was like way too young. You know, I was literally like just born pretty much when like their first album came out. But you know, I did start listening to them like for the first time around the age of 5 or 6 or so on an old compilation CD that I used to have. It was like the first CD I ever owned. It was called Pop Junior. It had like a bunch of like, you know, kids like pop songs on it, or just pop songs that were popular at the time in the 2000s. And yeah, Busted was on there, and that's how I got into them. And recently they put out a brand new Greatest Hits album, Greatest Hits 2.0, where they actually went back and re-recorded a lot of their hit songs from the first 2 albums, the self-titled and A Present for Everyone. And yeah, there's the track list right there. And they did 2 versions as well. They did, not only did they re-record all the songs, but they did 2 versions of the Greatest Hits album. The first one's just called the Hits Edition, where it's just Busted just on their own, just re-recording all the songs. And then they have this one, the special guest features, which is pretty much all the same tracks, but obviously they will have guest features on it. So some of the featured artists on here include Jonas Brothers, Simple Plan, James Arthur, All Time Low, Neck Deep, You Me at 6, Dashboard Confessional, The Vamps, Def Havana, Hanson, Charlotte Sands, McFly, and Wheatus. So yeah, so a pretty insane lineup right there. And yeah, it's got all the classics, you know, Year 3000, Lose a Kid, Crash the Wedding, Air Hostess, you know, etc, etc. Now apparently there was an error with the initial batch of CDs for this, like when this album first came out. Originally the CDs, for whatever reason, they actually like mixed up the 2 different albums. When this first came out, the disc inside was actually like, the songs were actually the hits versions, like the ones with just Busted and not the actual guest features. They later did remedy that, they later fixed it, but yeah, this one I'm not entirely sure if it's the error one or not, because I haven't opened it yet, it's still sealed. But yeah, the only way to find out is to actually like pop in. I do have the regular hits version of Greatest Hits 2.0. You know, I did get it when it first came out in September. My parents kept constantly like telling me, especially my dad, telling me like not to open this up because it could be like worth a lot of it being like the wrong version on the disc. But yeah, so I guess I'll just keep it sealed. Again, I have no idea if this is like the original, misprint one, or if it is fixed. Again, I have no idea, but yeah, I'll keep it sealed for now. My mom's gonna get me another copy just to make sure that's definitely like the right one I'm getting. But yeah, still really cool to have, you know, love Busted. and I've got all the albums now, so that's really cool. Alright, next, this was the only game that I actually got for my birthday this year. I only got just the one game this year, and it's one that had some sort of controversy with it when it came out, due to a whole host of different reasons. But yeah, it's Sonic Origins Plus for the PS4. Now, obviously, Sonic Origins, when it first came out last year, was digital only. And then a year afterwards, they did a physical edition and added some extra content to it. This is the latest, like, Sonic compilation. Usually, a lot of the Sonic compilations in the past have been, like, really damn good. I mean, obviously, like, Mega Collection on the GameCube, Mega Collection Plus for PS2 and Xbox. I would say is probably, like, the best game compilation ever. Or it's definitely up there. So this had, like, a lot of, like, you know, big shoes to fill, being a new Sonic compilation and stuff. And, yeah, obviously the game selection is nowhere near as big on this one as it was in Mega Collection. You know, it's mainly just, like, when Origins first came out, it was just, like, the main 4 16-bit era Sonic games. They had Sonic 1, 2, 3, and CD, all remastered in, like, widescreen and stuff. I think, if I'm not mistaken, they were using, like, the Retro Engine or something, like the technology that was used to make Sonic Mania. Like, they ported that engine over to the other games. I could be wrong on that, but I think that's what they did. And then for the Plus release, they added a bunch of Game Gear games, 12 actually to be exact, which is, I think, all the Sonic games for the Game Gear. All the ones that were in both Mega Collection Plus and Gems Collection. So yeah, so I think it's all of them. And yeah, and the physical release has a reversible cover sheet, and where you can, like, flip the cover around. Similarly to Sonic Mania has, like, a reversible Mega Drive cover, and has a 20-page art book as well. So there's the back of it. I know this compilation, like, wasn't received the best when it first came out. The remastered games had some issues, and even the Game Gear games as well on this release. Like, I heard, like, they had, like, some audio issues and stuff. I still wanted it regardless. You know, I'm a massive Sonic fan. I will be picking up Sonic Superstars for sure. I don't know if I'm going to get it day one or not. It literally comes out, like, in less than 2 weeks' time. It comes out the same week as Mario Wonder, which is crazy. And speaking of which, I'm actually going to be doing a video to celebrate. I'm going to be doing a collection video of all my 2D Sonic and 2D Mario games to celebrate, well, a new 2D Sonic and Mario game coming out the same week. So it's the perfect opportunity to just show off all my 2D Sonic and 2D Mario games in a single video. So I'm going to be doing that on the week when both games come out. But yeah, I will definitely be getting the Superstars. I will be doing an unboxing of this as well. I haven't done an unboxing for a game in shit since, like, the beginning of the year, I think. I'm going to be honest, I haven't really brought any new, like, brand new games this year, really, because, well, just lack of money, pretty much. But yeah, I will be doing an unboxing of this, and like I said, I will be getting Sonic Superstars, hopefully maybe when it comes out, but if not, probably Christmas at the latest. But yeah, but I'll definitely get it, and Mario Wonder. I'll definitely get both games. Moving on, next we have a bit of clothing here. We have a hoodie. This one, I'm not entirely sure where it came from. I think my mum said it was either Redbubble, Etsy, or something like that. But it is a custom Neversoft hoodie. Oh yes, Neversoft, my favourite game company of all time. You know, rest in peace. There it is. It's a blue hoodie. There's the back. It's got nothing on it. It's just plain blue. But yeah, I have a Neversoft t-shirt that I got for Christmas several years ago. Similar to this, but it's in black. It does smell kind of weird. I don't know if that's just, like, the fabric or what, but it kind of has, like, a weirdest sort of smell. It's not like a bad smell, but just, I don't know. One nitpick I have with this hoodie is the fact that, like, the Neversoft logo, like, the color of it is actually slightly off. Like, it's supposed to be like a darker shade of orange, but, you know, I'm not complaining. You know, it's like, it's really cool to have more Neversoft stuff, you know. And if you want Neversoft merch yourself, you can just go on Redbubble and you can get, like, all sorts of stuff with the Neversoft logo on it. Like, you can get, like, even socks and, like, bed sheets and stuff. Like, seriously, like, Redbubble is, like, the website to go for, like, crazy stuff like this. Like, if you want, like, a logo or a certain picture or something, just, like, whatever you can think of, really, as, like, a t-shirt or whatever, you can find anything pretty much on Redbubble. But yeah, so there's that. And then, let's see, we've got a few more things here. This one was actually the last present I opened. I didn't actually get this one until like later on in the day. Someone in my family gave it to me. This one's a bit weird, I'm not gonna... I got this from a family member, and they got this when they recently went on holiday. I forgot exactly where it was now, but yeah, it's a bit weird, I'm not gonna lie, but it is a... I don't really know like what you would call it. It's basically just like a bunch of like rubberized, clearly bootleg Sonic keyrings. As you see, you got like the Werehog from Unleashed, movie Sonic with really weird spikes at the back, Super Sonic again with weird spikes. You got goofy ass Knuckles. You've got someone's purple Shadow OC. Let's see, this one has a Sonic Heroes logo in the wrong colours. And that's all of them. Sonic X. Yeah, right. So yeah, these are clearly bootlegs of the different Sonic characters and stuff, and it's attached to like this this wooden piece with some stolen artwork on it. It's unique, I guess. Don't know where the hell I'm gonna put it. I think I could, yeah, I can clip off these key rings. So I could like display them somewhere if I really want to. But yeah, so I got that. Pretty interesting. And then let's see, there's like one last thing in here. I also got a badge as well. Says official 21 wine taster. Really? When I'm filming? Just ignore the noise outside. But yeah, I got this badge, which I haven't even worn. As you can see, it's still in the packaging. But the actual last gift here is a customized one. It's a photo cube. And there's me, when me and my family took a trip down to London several years ago, before COVID. So yeah, there's me in the London Eye. But yeah, basically what this is, if you couldn't tell by the name, it's a puzzle cube with a bunch of old photos of me. And I do mean old, because a lot of these were back when I was a kid. I'm not embarrassed to show these photos, but yeah, here it is. It's basically sort of like a, not really like a Rubik's Cube, but it's just sort of like a puzzle cube that you could like, yeah, you can like fold like that and stuff. But yeah, it has several old photos of me from when I was a kid and stuff. So this one is the one that's on the box there. That's just a photo of me in the London Eye, like I mentioned, with really shit hair. This one here was when I was really young. This is a picture of me when we went to oh shit, when we went to the tank museum, and I think that's just me inside of like a tank or something. But yeah, that was when I was like really young. This one here is me doing archery when me and my family went to Butlins on holiday for Christmas. This one here is when I was really young. You can see me wearing a Sonic fucking hoodie or fleece, whatever it is. Yeah, Sonic fleece, I remember that. There's me meeting Noddy. You know, this is during like my Noddy phase. Like I used to be a huge Noddy fan. I was obsessed with Noddy when I was like 8 or 7. Like I had a massive collection as well, which I deeply regret. I ended up selling it in the end, which I deeply regret doing. But I had like a massive collection of Noddy. Like when I said I was into Noddy, I was like really into it. I had like different figures. I had some of the old books, plushies. I had all sorts of stuff, like from all different eras of Noddy and stuff. I even had a few of the games as well. Like I had the one for the PS2, Noddy in Toyland, I think it was called. And I had the one for the original PlayStation as well, like Noddy's Magic Book Adventure, or whatever it was called. And I remember this day very vividly as well. We went to like a carnival, I think, and I met my hero. Yeah, I forgot what the name of the bear was. Another picture of me as a child on my skateboard pretending to do a trick. I don't know how to do it jack shit on a skateboard, to be really honest. Me like pretending to do like a manual or something. There's me in MT Games behind a wall of DVDs and stuff. It's a fairly recent photo from about a couple of years ago. Flip it open. There's a picture of me at Legoland inside of the shark there. And the last one is when we were, oh no, there's 2 more. Here's a picture of me ice skating. Not from like yesterday when I did go ice skating, even though it was at the same place, but this was like the first time I went ice skating, I think. And then the last photo is, if I can figure out how to do it. Oh, the last one I think was, wait. Oh, here we go. The last one here is just like me sitting on some rocks and stuff. I don't remember like where this was even taken, but just some place that we went on holiday to. Probably like to Devon or Weymouth or something. But you get the idea. It's a puzzle cube with different photos of me, you know, from throughout the years. Got one more item to show you guys, and this I would say is it's actually on the desk here. It's quite big. This I would have to say was probably the best present I got this year. This is really fucking cool. So like I mentioned earlier, you know, I really like Busted. Like I said, you know, they're one of my favorite groups of all time. And like my parents, you know, they know how much I like Busted and how devastated I was the fact that we weren't able to go and see them live this year. It wasn't tickets to go and see Busted, unfortunately, but I got something that is pretty much just as cool. Check this out. I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to fit this whole thing in a frame, but look at that. It's the first album, the self-titled one, frame, as you can see. Like, check that out. You know, got the cover right there, a little booklet that came with the CD. There's the actual disc itself. There's the back with like the track listing and stuff. There's a picture there of the signatures from the guys in the band. It's not an actual signature, which really sucks. But yeah, check that out. You know, it's got like a stand on the back. I'm thinking of putting this on my wall somewhere. I'm definitely going to display this. Yeah, framed copy of the first Busted album. Really cool to have this. Yeah, I love the first Busted album. It's not my favorite of theirs. My favorite's actually Halfway There, which in my opinion is a near masterpiece. But yeah, all the Busted albums are good. This one's probably my second favorite actually. This was obviously like, I grew up on classic Busted, you know. Year 3000 and Thunderbirds were like my introductions to the group, which are still my two favorite Busted songs to this day. And yeah, it's just, oh my god, this is just so fucking cool. Just look at this. Just look at this, bro. This is so cool. This is definitely going to go on my wall somewhere. Trying to think whereabouts. I might put it like above my bed, like where like my Doom posters are. Technically now I've got 2 copies of the first Busted album because I have just like the regular CD for this already. But you know, I'll take out another, like, you know, having a frame copy. Huge shout out to my mum and dad for getting me this, because yeah, I was not expecting to get something like this for my birthday at all. So I was definitely pleasantly surprised. But yeah, so that's it, I think. Just looking around, make sure I haven't forgotten anything. Yeah, that's it pretty much. Just a quick recap. I got a puzzle cube with a bunch of old photos of me on it. I got the Busted Greatest Hits 2.0 CD, which may or may not be the misprint one. I got Sonic Origins Plus for PS4. I got the Free McBoot PS2 memory card. Got the Bear and Bunny plush, Genshin Impact. This weird fucking thing with key rings on it. And then Neversoft hoodie, of course. And of course, topping it off with the Busted album in the frame. So yeah, there you have it, guys. That's everything that I got for my 21st birthday this year. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. And yeah, so like I mentioned before, I will be doing an unboxing for Sonic Origins Plus, hopefully within the next few days or so before Superstars comes out. And like I said, I'm going to be doing a new collection video on specifically just 2D Mario and 2D Sonic games, or like the 2D platformers I have for both series. I'll be doing a collection video for those. And yeah, and eventually like unboxings for Sonic Superstars when I get it, and Mario Wonder and stuff. But yeah, so with all that being said, guys, hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, subscribe, and peace. And I shall see you guys in the next video. And until then, take care now. I'm going to go ahead and enjoy my birthday presents. Anyway, guys, with all that being said, I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.